or will he get it done in one?
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not like Matias needs the points. He's just playing for the prize money. And, of course, that title for his organisation in Crew Esports. They'll be over the moon of the season he has been having. Do let us know in the chat, who do you want to win this game? And who do you think's going to win this game? Is it going to be Matias or Magado? Type in the chat, let us know. Who you think is going to come out on top of this one? When it takes $10,000, 7. Even more than that, sorry, not 700 points, even more than that. It will be 800 Global Series ranking points on top of everything that he's already achieved. Matias Bonanno is already 509 points clear of second place. You can't imagine how much further ahead he will be, because Palinetto, the man in second, and Nicholas, they're not in a grand final, so they will be sort of petering behind even more so now.
Also, just looking across the board, it would put him, what, on around 2,000, roughly about 3,000 points, making him the highest ranked player, not only in South America, but in the world, trumping hashtag Tom, who's currently sat on around 2,700.
Incredible stuff. 18 years of age from Argentina. A breakout year, however. Can they write off this man? A man that's got plenty of experience, has called himself the old guard in Magado. Been around in competitive FIFA before, you know, that sort of first initial lift-off back in 2017 where we had the FUT Championship Series in Berlin. We had a sort of rebrand to the FIFA E World Cup, and prize money went through the roof of $20,000 a year to a $250,000 first place prize in the FIFA E World Cup. And he's wanted to remain within the conversation still, and most definitely will be at the playoffs after the performance that he has put in today. However, what result it would be if he was to go and force a bracket reset and to take down the #1 name in this region on the PlayStation. As you said, accumulated so many points. He won qualifier #1. He came third in qualifier #2, did Matias Bonanno. Qualifier 3, of course, won that 4 weeks ago. Magado now coming forward. Cruyff does so well, and maybe we'll get the first goal. Exactly what he does to just confuse things for everyone at home. And everyone that backed Matias in the voting poll, you can see 100% of the votes.
Did not expect that at all. Bridge touch straight through the middle of the gap. Absolutely nowhere to go on that one, and just simply rolled it into the back of the net.
It's one of those, wasn't it? Didn't go left, didn't go right, just went straight down the middle, in between the two defenders. If you don't know the storyline of this game, as you said, a bracket reset has to be formed from Magado. Obviously, he has lost a game. He has dropped down to loser bracket, as Matias Bonanno has not lost a game yet. Sort of got that safety net behind him, that extra life. But he can lose a game. So that double tap pass from Renato Sanchez into the feet of Cristiano Ronaldo didn't come off in the end. Bigger question, who will be the champion? Will it be Argentina or will it be Brazil? Brazil yet to have a champion this year on the PS4. It's been Argentina winning all 3 of the qualifiers, as we said, between Matias and Nicholas 99 FC. Of course, over on the flip side of that, on the Xbox, it has been all Brazil. Resende and PH Zin. Here's Matias Bonanno, does well. De Bruyne, back to Mbappe. This is your grand final if you have just tuned in. 4th one in our qualifier #4 here in South America. We'll do it all again for one final time. Could be a chance. Cruyff, cheeky chip, ball roll around the goalkeeper. Magado, surely! 30 minutes in, it's the dream start in this grand final.
Wow, I would not have expected this. An early pause cued there from Matias Bonanno. He's not happy with how this opening 30 minutes is going. In the 5-3-2, that 4-1-2-1-2 narrow of Magado. Matias getting some wise words there from somebody next to him. What a start for Magado. Can't afford to take his foot off the gas though.
It's all smiles. You can see that the difference in the two of them. Magado all smiles round. He's fresh off that result. We often talk about that sometimes, Richard. The advantage, as crazy it can sound, is when you sort of play back-to-back games, sort of build upon those results after suffering that defeat early on. And on the flip side, don't get me wrong, I'm sure Matias would have been playing some sort of FIFA, but he hasn't played a competitive game in this tournament for about an hour and a half or so. Got to pick it up, got to start playing better. If he wants to not allow the bracket reset to happen. What a first 30 minutes this has been from Magado. Cruyff for a brace. Can Magado find a third? That would be incredible for him. Neymar. Kulusevski also there in possession. Cruyff back to Kulusevski, maybe Cruyff on his own. Cruyff still.
This is not the final we're expecting. Loads of space though to counter-attack on for Matias.
Maybe a chance around the corner. Rashford. Back to Mbappe. Goes for the directional nutmeg. Frenchman can't find the space he was looking to find. I'm going to go straight back down the other end there. Here's Magado. Can he get the ball into Cruyff? Lovely scoop turn away from his man. Space at the back post. Kulusevski's there. Chance in the air. Defends it well. No!
What an opportunity missed right there. Kulusevski brought it down and just completely missed his kick.
Magado, though, just free-flowing in the attacking third. Looking for goal number 3. Surely just offside there, Cruyff. And the shot was placed wide anyway. Another pause in front of us at the moment. All Magado. You wouldn't think there's a 42 gap, or 42 spots in places between the two, I should say, on those rankings. What a start it has been. Don't get me wrong, still plenty of time left. 3 halves of FIFA. And as you said plenty of times, Richard, in sort of the build up to this grand final, it sort of seems to be the way that Matias loses the first game
and then wins
in the
second,
final, and then sort of turns it round.
Magado is in high spirits, I think, to say the least right now. All smiles. I think he's 2-0 up, but very early in this grand final.
I've also said these two did play against each other, didn't they? In the winners' final, our first game of today's broadcast.
I believe Magado was leading in that game, if I'm not mistaken. And Matias came back into it.
It went on to go and snatch the game, didn't it? In the final. Sort of half of the action there. This is your grand final on the PlayStation. If you have just tuned in, winner takes $10,000 plus that crown as champion from qualifier number 4. MatiasBonanno will he be on side. Ball crossed back. That's an awful save for a split second there from Neuer. Apparently it's sort of back into danger.
Could have literally gone anywhere that as it came back into the box, couldn't it? Could never be too sure.
For half time. See a nod of approval from Magado. All smiles, and you don't blame him. I mean, it's been a brilliant start to the first 45. He's sort of taken the game to MatiasBonanno. That man's been on top form. Cruyff, 2 chances, 2 goals from the Dutch icon.
They come in at half time. One of these two will be very, very happy with how that first half has gone. But things need to change for Matias, and you can see the formation in the false 9 right there. Renato Sanchez coming off actually for Kessie. Quite a prompt change, bringing off Renato Sanchez and bringing on the AC Milan Europa League road to the final foot item. Oh, is he going to come back off?
Maybe he's in doubt.
Sanchez coming back on? No?
With these pros, no. Is he going to back the move?
Maybe.
Does he want to confirm it? He's got 20 seconds to make his mind up. He might even be on the mic to his coach or friend. No.
Wait.
Does he want to confirm it? He's leaving us hanging it.
He's confirmed it.
Kessie comes on then. for Renato Sanchez. Currently still 2-0 down in leg number 1. Back underway for the second half here. Brilliant start from Magada. There you go. You can see the change on your screen. Renato Sanchez comes off. Kessie comes on at the moment. All smiles from Magada because now he'll be wanting to change anything from that first 45 minutes. He'll be saying more of the same. Third goal would be huge. Mbappe, lovely directional nutmeg. Is that pocket of space that he's looking for? Windsor thought he won a corner. It'll be a goal kick in the end. Even if he just pulls a goal back, I know there's still plenty of time. How many times have we seen matches end just 2 goals, or even 2-0 that have been flipped on the head? We saw it yesterday on the Xbox in South America. Some of those games that Resende was involved in.
Absolutely. I mean, a 2-0 scoreline sounds really promising in terms of you going into the second leg leading 2-0, but if you concede in the first 5-10 minutes, you're ultimately on the back foot, because then you don't know how to address the rest of the game. Do you try and sit off and consolidate a 1-goal lead, or do you continue to play the way you're playing? We're already seeing a few mistakes creeping out here from Magado.
What a ball that could be. Kante. Play the killer pass. Cruyff to get 3. No!
That's a huge opportunity missed. Absolutely ginormous. Let's go get another chance.
Goes for another finesse. It's blocked again. Varane wins it in the air. For me, just got his sort of choice of finish maybe incorrect. They went for a cheeky chip. For me, I thought it could have been either maybe more of a simple power shot or finesse around the goalkeeper. Matias straight down the other end. Mbappe for him. Into Neymar. Can he turn his man? Well, Neymar drops the shoulder. Still Neymar in possession. Well defended in the end. Still not fully dealt with. Ronaldo now drops the shoulder. MatiasBonanno.
Incredible. As soon as the ball fell to Cristiano Ronaldo, he had one thing on his mind. That was drive into the box and get the strike away. Zero reaction. Straight skip of the replay. And Matias is all business.
Yeah, straight skip. No time to celebrate there, Richard. He knows he's not been that good in front of goal today. Especially, in this grand final. Be more than happy just to say, you know what, back myself up in those areas. Ronaldo gets on the score sheet. De Bruyne to restore the 2-goal cushion. Goes for the finesse on the edge of the box. Still just about in possession. Has that goal now thrown Magado off the rhythm that he's been able to find. MatiasBonanno charging forward with numbers. Into the box he goes. Ronaldo's there, defended well by Walker.
I really like the player lock to pull Ronaldo onto the pass there, but it just wasn't really on. He probably should have looked back onto the original player and tried a different pass instead of sort of persisting with the player lock.
Cruyff still. No, around the corner. You've got to look back at that chance from Cruyff again, Richard. That should have been hat-trick for the Dutchman. Kante did so well to win the ball back. Played a brilliant ball into the feet of Cruyff.
Well, that's not Cruyff's error. That's Magado's error. He should have never chipped it. Back post cross, he's on. Potentially Kyle Walker does well. But the chip was never on. You just got to take your opportunity there.
Keeps it in. Goes for a rainbow flick of ball. MatiasBonanno charging. Ball's coming in from Morgado. 2-1. He still leads in this game. Remember, still a second leg to come up. Is he just going to be offside? To the pause again will go.
Just having a look. It's El Shaarawy coming on at centre mid, potentially an attacking position, depending on what formation he does go for. He's in that false 9 right now. Is Matias, and you can see Magado. What's he done? He's matched it up. He's playing the false 9 as well.
I was going to say, by this point, normally, if Matias is in more of a comfortable position, he'll make his sort of 3 changes that he always looks to bring on. El Shaarawy. be the difference for him. I mean, even if the game finishes like this, Richard, it's still so open in that second leg. Massively is.
How many times have we said it? I mean, the second leg of FIFA can be make or break for a lot of players. Resende was winning the games yesterday on the Xbox. But for every game that he won, someone also threw that game away in the second leg.
Here comes Neymar now. MatiasBonanno looking for the equaliser towards the back post. No!
João Cancelo with a great leap to get up with Ronaldo. I think just sort of threw Ronaldo off his balance. In the end, it was just a head sort of collision between the two.
You can see this pause coming in once again from Magada, sort of like a panic pause of. So he's back against the wall against Matias. What a chance that was in the air. I mean, it just sort of headed away. As you said, it was a case of João Cancelo just putting Ronaldo off balance. Wherever it was enough. "12 minutes left of this first leg. Magada leads by 2-1 still. Still plenty of time to play, as if you have just tuned in. This is our grand final on the PlayStation here. The #1 ranked player at the moment. Looking to gain even more points if he can do it in 2. However, this man, Magada.
It's good running off the ball. Throw-ins are a weird commodity.
Trying to extend this. Ronaldo dancing. Ronaldo still! Cristiano Ronaldo! Look no further for a more prolific striker. Someone so clinical in the box.
Absolutely incredible from MatiasBonanno. I was just talking about throw-ins sort of being a weird, like, you can't really do much from a throw-in. Well, I'll eat my words. MatiasBonanno threw the ball into Ronaldo, bridge touch into the box, ball roll scoop turn towards the byline, and then just rocketing that shot from CR7 across the goalkeeper into the top left corner.
It's another long ball forward, but that just goes to show, Richard, 2-goal cushion wiped away. MatiasBonanno straight back into the game. And it's like being 2-0 down, sort of fired him up.
I think more importantly, how quickly a 2-goal cushion can go as well.
It's all that hard work wiped away for Magada. 3 minutes away from going into leg 2 at an even playing field at pretty much 0-0, you could call it. Maybe one more chance. Matias starts to find his rhythm going forward. Cristiano Ronaldo scored both of the goals. As we said, as history has said before, when MatiasBonanno goes on a winner's bracket run, he makes it not just to a grand final, he wins the whole tournament. He's done it 2 times before. Chance late on into the game. Adama Traore, of all people, back to goal. Can't find the man he was looking for. And that will do us for leg 1 here. An action-packed first legger.
You're not kicking off the game with those sort of instructions and players in the wrong formation and things like that. And also, it's sort of a mental warfare as well, because if you're constantly pausing it, your opponent might be thinking, well, he's not happy with something, he wants to change. That's a great ball to start the game. Magada nearly getting in behind.
Again, potentially for the final time tonight. Have your say. Who do you think is going to win this game? As we said, if it is a win for MatiasBonanno here, he will be a 3-time champion in South America. Or if Magada was to win this, he would force a bracket reset, which would mean we'll do this whole game all over again. Type in the chat to have your say. Matias or Magada back to goal. Magada, Cruyff does so well and gives Magada the perfect start in this game.
Just like he did in the first leg, early goal here in the second leg for Magada. Johan Cruyff Goalkeeper not even moved. Scored all the goals for Magado in this grand final.
Leg number 1, Magado went 2 goals up. Matias bounced back. I mean, it's only a goal. Something tells me that won't be the winner. Plenty of time left in this one. A perfect start. And again, it's Cruyff. Player that has been so good. Clinical in the moments when he's needed him to be. Kante. Can't find the ball into Cruyff. Chance to break away now for Matias. Can Ronaldo find a through, but goes for that sort of player lock? Can he find Ronaldo? Can he dart away from Mendy? Mendy does well. Singing at centre-back at the moment is Ferland Mendy. Certainly can do a job there, as he has done for Magado all evening. And all tournament long. Didn't see the game earlier in our first game of today in the winners' final. These two did play against each other. It was won by a single goal that Matias got. It meant that Magado had to drop down to the loser bracket where he took down Migueles. Again, 6 goals to 5. Another narrow. I mean, you look across all the games we've had tonight, Richard. They've all been narrow wins, only by a goal.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been the tightest of margins separating these two sides every single game.
Matias so close. And the player that he's always back to those areas, Ronaldo. Able to find the back of net. Watch out this back post. Varane is there. We've seen Varane score from these sort of areas, as crazy as it sounds. Varane there in the air, and Varane again. It's so deadly.
I just feel like you're speaking things into existence at the minute, Brandon. You talk about Varane getting up in the box, and what a header it was!
I mean, it's like he can sort of see where he's trying to place it towards the back post. And whether you move your goalkeeper a little bit, Varane, it's Varane or Ronaldo in the box. Those are the two players you've got to watch out for. And just like that, we're all square again at 3-3. Where is this game going to go?
Will we ever know?
25 minutes played. Matias wins this. He won't only be a 3-time champion. He'll be so clear at the top of the pile. That much so that even if he didn't qualify for the next tournament, which I can assure you will probably be happening, he still will remain top.
He'll probably still remain top after all the qualifiers have taken place, in all honesty.
Chance coming in for Magado. Corner played short. De Bruyne goes for a very interesting finesse. Just right to the left-hand post. A third of this game played, and as always, an entertaining final. 3-3 the scoreline so far. Mbappe.
Good challenge from Renato. Not been brought off yet. It was about 30 minutes into the first leg where he got brought off. He's in.
That run. Mbappe's through. Charles Magado. Well read. Courtois matched up the save. I thought potentially it could have been a ball across the box into Cruyff. Wasn't to be the case. Nine minutes away from the first half interval. Still all square. 1-1 the scoreline in our grand final here. Magado looking to take the lead again. He's led 3 different times in this game. Matias has always been able to find a reply so far.
I like that offside trap.
Neymar turns his man potentially well, drops the shoulder, guessing. Trying to find a way round, scoop turns, ball rolls. You know, skill moves being cancelled. It's so hard to read, let alone defend.
Just the left stick dribbling as well, sort of trying to bait your opponent into committing to a side and then you just exit the other side. It's played at a very, very, very high level this game right now. Both players not giving anything really up defensively.
As you said, it sort of gets to the stage where you're going to jump in, you're sort of going to bite into that tackle, you're going to fall into that trap, and then, as you said, it sounds so simple, it really isn't. You can exit the other way, and when you've got players that are so good, whether it's a 4-star week 4, even a 5, you are going to be deadly. Added time to be followed now, just a minute. Last chance of the first half here. Going to fall to Magada, long ball forward, well read by Varane. Snatched the ball off the feet of Cruyff. That will do, I should like to think, for the first 45. Referee wants to play on. This could be a deadly chance. Ronaldo's in the box, tries to lock him onto the ball. Ronaldo round his man, potentially so. He can find the cutback. It will be a corner. Again, as we know, Varane's in the box. He's always so deadly. From a corner, whipped in again. Punched away for another corner. We do apologise for the game just buffering here. This is a fully remote broadcast this year.
Yeah, I can tell you the players aren't having any connection issues. It's just the sort of feeds that we're seeing right now. I believe that's just been switched. You see a different camera angle and very much a greener pitch as well. Ooh!
Let's have another corner. How many more minutes do we want to play? Whipped into the box, it will go again! And there you go. You can just see Mercado saying, thank God. Half-time is now upon us.
Well, it was just kept coming in and coming in and coming in. And it's one of those where you're the defensive player, you're thinking, I'm going to concede here. I'm going to concede a corner.
Well then. Half-time. 3-3 the scoreline. Cruyff scored the first goal. And soon after that, man replied. In Rafael Varane, just 14 minutes later from a corner. 3-3. The scoreline here.
Just having a look
at so hard to call.
Just having a look here, Brandon, at the changes quickly coming on. It is Renato Sanchez being replaced by Kessie in a 5-3-2 for Magado in that first half of play.
Yeah, same change, isn't it? For Matias. Kessie comes on. As we said, Matias wins this half, wins this game. He will be a champion for the 3rd time this season. What sort of year he's been having, in all honesty. However, on the flip side, if Magado wins, we have a bracket reset, and we do this game all over again. Now they came into this tournament 43rd in the rankings, already jumped up into the top 20. You'd like to think just with this performance, it guarantees himself at least 700 points, whoever sort of loses this game. Magado kicking from right to left in this second half. Here's Cruyff, who's been so deadly in and around the box. He's got Mbappe there. He's got Neymar in support as well. So many good players to go forward. Magado. He's squeezed past De Bruyne. No, he can't. Lovely directional nutmeg. Ronaldo will drive into space again. Scored 2 fantastic goals earlier. Solo goals as well. Just about runs it off. Unfortunately out of play though. will be the player to take their chance. That's what it will all come down to at the end. Magardo's led 3 different occasions across this game. It's always been the case of Matias that's replied. Can it change now? Cruyff. Can he find a cutback from Magardo? Matias wanting to stand strong. Not wants to fall into the trap or to fall into a tackle. Drag backs and ball rolls. All coming together. Can he turn from his man? Scoop turn. Well stood by Varane. They didn't dive into the tackle. Won the ball back for Matias. And Matias will break now if he can with numbers.
Ref!
Gets pushed off the ball. And be lucky not to see a card there.
Like it were in, wasn't it? 1-on-1 potentially.
Just was a 3 kick. Huge ball
ping.
play. Look at João Cancelo.
It's the power of the 5-back.
Bombing on forward. Into a corner for his efforts. 28 minutes left in this game. If we are all square, we'll go into a penalty shootout. Still a long, long away from that being a potential. Just a very ambitious effort from Cruyff there on the edge of the box. Goes high and wide. He's done it 2 times before, Matias Bonanno. Can he do it again? He's also beaten him before. Can I look past that fact up? Beat Magardo earlier on in the tournament. Mbappe. Oh, lovely elastico. Does well. Scoop turns back inside. Ronaldo back to goal. Ronaldo dancing in the box. Still maybe doing too much on the ball.
It was expertly well done defensively.
Wins the ball back. Ronaldo on the half-time. Matias Bonanno.
First time of asking. He went to pass it across the box. And he defended so well, did Magardo. He was just holding him up, watching him left and right, didn't allow him to turn. Little dink into the box this time. And Cristiano Ronaldo, the Mr. Clutch himself, smashing it into the back of the net.
Is that enough to make it 3 titles for this man this year? Would be another $10,000 in his back pocket, another 800 Global Series points. Not like he needs them. But more importantly, the big headline, another championship in his back pocket. It's a long, long time left in this game, though.
So much FIFA left to play.
But this just reminds you so much of that winners bracket game earlier today, Rich, when they played each other. And as you said, it was Magardo leading in the game. He was dominating the game. It made Matias have to come out and play. And then when Matias did go in the lead, the game flipped on its head. And then Matias was able to sort of just see out the game. $20 minutes left. As you can imagine now, Magardo will be piling on the pressure, piling on numbers forward. Adama Traore comes on for him. El Shaarawy on the flip side of that. Matias Bonanno now suck up all this pressure. Traore back to Cruyff and just off target. I mean, it took a deflection, I was going to say. That would have been a finish to forget about. Whipped into the box towards the back post. It's...
What a block from Varane that is. Johan Cruyff pretty much one-on-one with the keeper. And Varane just getting anything on the ball to send it out for a corner.
Kulusevski. So many options. Magardo knocking on the door still. Mbappe back to Cruyff. Surely Cruyff cuts back inside and straight in the goalkeeper's hands there.
These chances will be coming at a premium right now. Maybe 2 or 3 more good chances like that for Magardo in this game.
Could put the game to bed in all honesty. El Shaarawy, can he find a cutback? Sure, there's a cutback there if he can. He's delaying it and delaying it, trying to find the right pass. It comes to nothing in the end. Magardo, chance to break forward if anything, wins the ball back, Matias.
Yeah, there wasn't really a pass on. Again, he did really well to cut the passing lanes. He was just trying to wait Matias with Stefan Al-Sharari and hold the ball, wait for a gap to open up. It didn't open up in the end.
Minutes away. And once again, writing himself into the history books with one of the most dominant seasons we've seen across the whole global series. Just got to defend for 5 more minutes. Wins the ball back. It's in his hands now, in all honesty. He did it in December. Did it just 4 weeks ago in February. And he's minutes away, seconds away of real life time.
Chance
from doing it for a 3rd time. Unless Magado can find a reply. Piling on the pressure, piling on the chance. Mbappe, brilliant block again from Varane. And again, everyone fighting literally for the back. Brilliant save.
Varane has been heroic in this final.
We'll get one more chance. Just got to defend Matias, just got to win the ball back, and it will be game over. Heel to him in the box, chance, back to goal, another block. And surely, that's job done for Matias. It will be done. The 3-time champion.